You guys don't understand what this does to a human being. These people, these gentlemen will never be the same again. These are brothers, these are kids. These people have partners, these people have parents, they work somewhere, they go to school somewhere. Emotionally, they'll be distraught for life. You guys don't get that part. Also, there's a human rights violation that's happening here. And from what I've read, there's a lot of incidences that have happened that are like this at this guy's establishments. This is the nature of his business, according to all these other things that I'm reading, right? You don't understand the torture they went through. You don't get it. So what irks me the most is the fact that they were able to release a statement, and within that statement they do kind of confess that the security company that they were using was not in the right standing with the law, and they have hired a security company that is accredited. They're not speaking about having opened a case against those perpetrators that violated these young men. They didn't speak about that. They didn't even report the crime themselves. If it wasn't for social media, they would have kept quiet, meaning that this would have gone unnoticed and these young boys would have been in a state of death, really, because what can they do if they don't have voices? Who would have believed this happened if there was no videos? So they're not speaking about supporting the victims. They're not speaking about aiding them in any way. They are literally protecting their backs to the point where in the statement they say they are looking at legal options against whom? Against whom? Who has threatened them? They should be thinking about aiding these victims, helping them open cases. They should have opened a case themselves. They should have hand over the evidence that they had. The owner should have spoken out, literally stand in front of a crowd and say, hey, I do not condone this, but they still are hiding behind press statements. The families could have been contacted. The police should have been called. Like, come on, like these people. So I just don't see why this establishment should not be closed, because it's very clear that they hindered the investigation by not reporting the crime. Because if they had reported, meaning at a particular time the police would have arrived and gathered evidence in time, and also everybody was still on the crime scene, so that could have been handled better. Right now we don't even know if the CCTV footage has been cleared. There's so much that has happened that the establishment could have taken the lead in handing this information to the police if they really thought that this was a heinous crime. They only are reactive because of social media. But I do believe that that establishment should be closed. I really do. The most disheartening thing also is the police. What type of aid are they going to give these young people? Because certainly they need trauma therapy, they need psychological therapy, they need to be given rape kits. That's another thing. Blood work should be taken at this point. There's so many things. So many things that need to be done. It's just unfortunate that we don't know where they are. There's a lot of people who were in those videos, so it's not just the 3 victims. There's probably about 8 people. I just hope they are safe wherever they are, and they're not bullied into silence. And they are protected by the police, because after this they're definitely going to be harassed, and I just hope they don't drop the case. But going to court is the most traumatic thing. So yeah, that's gonna. So all that I'm trying to say here is that can we be more sensible in how we respond to issues like this? Like, blaming the victims for a heinous crime. Like, this is just horrific. Like, I just don't even know, man. My heart is literally still pounding because I'm still visualizing everything that I have seen. And I've been watching those things like for hours, trying to see who are these people who are in the video. You know, it's hard, but just be a little bit more sensitive and understanding. Yeah, and I'm really sorry, man. Like, I'm really sorry to the victims and their families. Like, yeah, my heart is just broken, like super broken. But yeah.